In South Africa, there are many inspirational men and women, and here on Movers and Shakers, you'll have the opportunity to get inside their heads. My name is Vusi Zion, and I'm on a quest to understand the path to success through the life stories of Mzansi's real visionaries.
Whatever she does with soul.
She elevates people into their true essence in terms of who she is.
Oh, Jenna, she's got a fire in her belly.
Doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you're going.
When it comes to the most famous luxury jewels in the world, we think of brands like Tiffany's and Swarovski. Closer to home, there can be no denying the proudly South African equivalent, our very own Jenna Clifford, who counts the likes of Celine Dion and Deborah Messing as clients. Did you always think you'd have this kind of appeal?
I didn't really possibly think in the early years that I would be able to accomplish that, but once you're on one step and you aim for something and you conquer that, it gives you permission to go to the next step, you see. So it's been a journey, and an enjoyable one a lot of the time, and sometimes enormously painful. I think from my early years, I had a deep desire to just be heard. And because I was artistic and a bit brain dead on the left side, but not really clever, there was that deep, deep desire to have my art recognized. That's something that's overwhelming.
When you were young, growing up, what was your biggest ambition in life?
Survival first. I had a very, very tough father. He's nearly 80 and he's still as tough. But in my latter years, I've come to celebrate that, because had I not had that from him, I don't think I could have survived the patriarchy that's existed, particularly in this country and in Africa and in pockets around the world. So I might have been a little miserable child, but it certainly was a delayed gratification, and today I don't want others to go through that same pain. That's why I try and teach from it.
What I find really inspiring is that, and most people that meet her do get to understand this, that she didn't come from a wonderful upbringing, and she used that to her advantage, and she decided not to be a victim. She perseveres, and that's her sort of persistent nature has got her to where she is today.
And the creative knack, when did that begin to emerge for you? When you started looking at yourself and saying, hey, I got a bit of gifting here.
I think because I had such a torrid time at school, you know, being non-academic. So very young, in my very early teens, I started playing with pieces and making things and painting and drawing, and I was a lonely child. I was an only child, so that gave me many, many hours after school to get busy creatively, which in hindsight was possibly also a good thing.
I'm very curious to know, why jewelry?
I started the jewelry industry many, many years ago, actually, 1979. I didn't aim to get into the jewelry business. My life took me there. And I was very, very fortunate to start in a factory and learn from the ground up, which I think today a lot of the youngsters, they want quick gratification and they don't want to serve their time in an industry or any faculty for that matter and actually go through the whole process. You actually do need to, because if you're going to change anything and reinvent things, you need to know what's come before.
We're taking a quick break, and when we return, we'll find out how Jenna Clifford started her own company and what has made her so successful. 2012 marks the 20th year of the Jenna Clifford brand. Today, her work is highly sought after, and she's rightly regarded as one of the best jewelry designers in the country. Tell me now about the birth of the Jenna Clifford brand.
I've been married a few times, and one of the loves in my life I was married to ran away with his secretary. Oh, she was young and beautiful. He said to me one day, you know, you're actually not a Clifford, so you must go back to your maiden name. And I don't know why, because I'm not a retaliatory person. I said, I'm taking your name up in lights. And that's how I started Jenna Clifford, from back factory to coming forward. So that's the only thing I had, was my name.
People find you irresistible and come from all over the globe to look for your works.
I love that. In some way, it's appeased my little wounded inner child. and it's facilitated and allowed me to witness my dreams. And that's why I want to give everybody the same permission to do the same. That's all that matters. And sometimes adversity is the best possible thing for the being, because you never know where life's going to take you. If you have a will, there is always a way.
Jenna is a master at her craft, but besides that, it's the authenticity and the spirituality that resides behind the story of the piece that they are wearing. It's an electromagnetic energy, and you're walking around with a symbol. And Jenna educates her clients in terms of, when wearing her jewellery, what they're bringing into their world.
Nothing in this world, in any part of the globe, is that easy to achieve just by luck or just by sheer talent. You need to marry a bit of luck, a bit of talent with copious amounts of hard work, dedication, and transcending states of pain in order to get that living principle, I think.
She's got a fire in her belly. There's few people that you meet that you think you can sort of look at them and by the book sort of characterize them as an entrepreneur. You know, they're self-aware, they've got a great empathy, they're driven, they're motivated, and they have a wonderful ability to connect with people, and I think that's what Jenna has. You know, she doesn't instruct and apply authority, she inspires and motivates people, and that's how she accomplishes things in life. So I find that really, really wonderful.
She believes in the upliftment of women, and it's something she holds very, very dear to her heart. And she gives a lot of talks, a lot of inspirational talks, and she motivates a lot of women to believe in themselves and to dream big.
What is the thing that you want to be remembered for?
Hopefully as a change agent, letting women get to the platform that it's equal to their male counterpart, because a bird can never fly with one wing. Obviously, women have got to sharpen up and stop the excuse line, because they're very good at it. You know, I can't do this because of that. Women like myself and others can take those women with us and really act as catalysts for their change. And you should never go alone, because taking people with you is a far better way to go, I think.
One of Jenna Clifford's favorite quotes is by Marianne Williamson, who said, "Your playing small does not serve the world." Jenna is the embodiment of this quote. Despite her adverse beginnings, she has chosen not to be a victim and instead strives to change society. She searches for the essence of the person in each of her unique designs and seeks to elevate everyone she encounters. Jenna is proudly South African, and we too can be proud of this mover and shaker.